Welcome back to STEM Mondays. I'm Bradley Rivera, host and STEM coordinator, and today we're going to be performing a super cool experiment. So let's go to the lab.
Welcome back to the lab.
My name is Gadiel Ayala,
And my name is Paris Rodriguez.
and today we're going to be making an experiment that is called the Superfast Supercool experiment. But before we even start, we need to go over the safety procedures for this experiment.
Please, we highly recommend that you avoid all contact with the ice that we're going to be working with and that you do this experiment with an adult. Always.
Okay? And let's go over the list of materials. They are fairly simple. In this experiment, we need a glass, ice cubes that they need to eat, and this is really important for the experiment to be able to take place. The ice needs to be from tap water. We need a mixing bowl. We're going to use salt, a lot of salt, and then we're going to use water, but it has to be either purified or distilled water.
Yeah.
Should we
Let's
start?
do it.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
So, the first thing that we're going to do is the cubes of ice, we're going to put them in the bowl.
It's cold.
Let me put it here, please.
Yeah. The cup has to be in the middle of the bowl.
And remember again, the water that we use for the cubes, the ice cubes, is tap water.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
We're going to keep at least a couple, for the end. Okay? Now, we're gonna use the distilled water. It doesn't have to be that much water. You need to put it on the cup or on the glass of water here, and it can't go over the level of the ice.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's not that much. Okay. We are trying to super cool this water. The next thing that we're going to do, we need, before we stop for some time, because we need to stop for this experiment, if we're gonna pour salt, and it's gonna be a lot of salt, we just need to be careful to put it in the ice around the glass and not in the water, in the distilled water inside. I'm just gonna use my hand as a guide.
Very distributed.
Yeah, as much as I can. Being careful not to spill the salt. And now we need to wait for about 15 minutes. Now for the second half of the experiment, Mr. Rivera is going to be helping us. First, remember that we waited about 15 minutes. If you want to be extra careful, if you have a thermometer, you need to make sure that in Celsius, if you want to use Celsius, it's 0 degrees Celsius. So,
In Fahrenheit,
in Fahrenheit
30 degrees?
32.
Excellent.
32 degrees.
Okay.
But usually we have thermometers in Celsius here in the States. So, what we're going to do is really fast, but being careful not to pour the water out. We're going to take the water and we're going to put it on a fresh piece, a cube of ice, and let's see what is going to happen.
Okay, so we're gonna move these ice to an empty cup first, right?
Put both of them there.
Okay, so we're gonna put both of them. And what do we do next?
Let me just check one last time to see if we have the
Correct temperature.
correct temperature. Because if not, even for a fraction of the temperature, we will not get the results that we want. Okay, perfect.
All right, so it's exactly at 0. Nice. So what do we do?
So let's do it. Let's see if we're
So
able.
this water is actually now at freezing point, freezing temperature, but
Freezing
it's
temperature,
not
but
frozen yet.
it hasn't changed from the liquid state to the solid state because
Okay.
this is pure water. Doesn't have impurities that is going to help to build a foundation where the crystals is going to start to form.
Okay.
That is what we're going to do now. We're going to offer this water a foundation similar to having impurities for the crystal to start to form up.
Oh, okay. Because this ice was made from tap
The
water,
ice
so it
from
has
tap water
impurities.
has impurities. And
Got
the
it.
water that the still water doesn't have impurities.
Okay.
That's because it's in freezing temperature, but it's gonna stay liquid because it doesn't have impurities.
Excellent. All right, so let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. Okay. All right. I don't know if you can see it on the surface, like it's literally, it's gonna be subtle, but if you're able to maybe pause the video afterwards, there's a mountain of ice that form on the surface of the ice.
It's crystallizing. Yeah, it's becoming solid. And if you look at the ice at the come from the side, you can see that it created a crystal
And
formation.
again-
So there's solid ice in
And
this
again,
round.
we gave the water a foundation for the crystals to form. The
Okay.
crystals are going to form in the ice.
Excellent. All right, so let's see the breakdown of the experiment.
So today we did the Superfast, Supercool experiment, but let's review a few of the things that we did. Please remember our safety guidelines and do this at home with help with an adult because we have to avoid direct contact with a super cold ice.
And talking about ice, let's review a couple of things that make it possible for us to do this experiment. We are looking for a super cool temperature, meaning what? We are trying to achieve 0 degrees Celsius. That is the freezing point of water. But in this case, we are using water that is purified. Doesn't have any impurity, doesn't have any suspended solids. What that is going to cause, even though it's going to be on freezing temperature, it's going to stay liquid longer because it's purified. That's what the reason why we're using tap water for the ice cube. If this was the case, if we were using tap water and trying to freeze it, it would turn to solid or would go from liquid to solid at 0 degrees Celsius. This is really, really, really important for the experiment for you to be able to perform it. You need to make sure that the ice cubes are with tap water and the water that you're using to make the solid, the super cool solid, it needs to be purified water or distilled water.
So that concludes our episode for today. Thank you for watching STEM Mondays. Remember to try this experiment at home, take pictures and video, and share it with us. And if you would like to support this initiative, feel free to share this video with your friend. And we'll see you in the next episode of STEM Mondays.
Bye!